grappling with the effects of taking their sons and daughters back to school. But do you know how much some of them are required to part with or not? Tonight, we will be breaking down to you what you need to know, according to a spot check from different retail shops in the country. So if your daughter should be reporting to a new public junior secondary school for grade 9 this month, you may be required to buy the following items for the school uniform. So this doesn't for both your daughter as well as your son. So a pair of shoes may cost you up to 2,500 Kenyan shillings, as you can see on our graphics. So both, we have unisex in case it is your daughter or your son, that he might probably go to the higher level. For socks, let's go with 2 pairs, right? 200 Kenyan shillings. For sweater, between 750 all the way to 1,200 Kenyan shillings. For our case, let's go with a higher end for 1,200 Kenyan shillings. A short, in case it is for your son, 450 Kenyan shillings, as well as a tie, 150 Kenyan shillings. Let's also see what you may require to purchase in case you're taking your child to a public junior secondary school for grade 9. A tunic, this is the dress for your daughter, 650 Kenyan shillings. A PE kit, 850, between 850 to 1,200 Kenyan shillings. Let's go with 1,200 Kenyan shillings for our case. And finally, a school bag, 1,000 Kenyan shillings. So as a parent, this is the amount of money you may require to buy, to have just for the uniform. 7,350 Kenyan shillings. So now that you have bought the uniform for your daughter or your son, let us see how much you may spend on stationery to purchase a geometrical set worth 380 Kenyan shillings. There you have it. You may also require to buy 12 exercise books, which may have you spend 1,700 Kenyan shillings. Also, a log table for 600 Kenyan shillings. Just for the stationery for grade 9, 2,680 if you're taking your child to public school. So hypothetically, if the government has dispersed the approved learning materials to the school your daughter or your son is in, you may require to purchase complementary curriculum support materials for English and Swahili. If you will be purchasing this 3-set books titled The Last Laugh, Becca's Misfortunes and Other Stories, as well as a Swahili set book, Mjio Matarajio, you'll be parting about 1,230 Kenyan shillings, and we'll be taking a look at that. The total amount of money you may be parting with to take your daughter or son to grade 9 in a junior secondary school will total to about 12,010. So note that these requirements may vary in different public junior secondary schools across the country. So meanwhile, the government is required to disperse about 15,042 Kenyan shillings as capitation. However, if your daughter or son will be going to a private school for her grade 9 studies, he or she may require the following stationery. Let's take a look at the stationery for the private schools. First off, and remember, this is quite a long list, so have your calculators as well with us. An ink pen or a gel pen, preferably blue for some schools, would have you buy, rather spend 600 Kenyan shillings for the ink pen, as well as a gel pen for 1,510. For the pencil, about 12 pieces, that should last your child for the whole term, 600 Kenyan shillings. Rubber, 25 Kenyan shillings. A sharpener, 10 shillings. Clear 30-centimeter ruler for 50 shillings. A punched sleeved pocket for 100 sleeves, that should be 2,000 Kenyan shillings. Other items for your child going to a private school. A pair of child-friendly scissors should be 170 Kenyan shillings in different retail shops in the country. Colored pencils, 24 pieces of them, 735 Kenyan shillings. 2 glue sticks, which is about 40 grams, and depending on the school that you're taking your child, they may require you to buy certain brands, so you can also be keen on that. These prices may vary. 600 Kenyan shillings, as well as assorted stick note pads. This requirements as well, 76 millimeters by 76 millimeters. In our case, your child might probably need 3 pieces, so that might have you spend 570 Kenyan shillings. Let's also see what your child may require on matters stationery. A padlock as a key holder, all of them 600 Kenyan shillings. a clear geometrical set for 380 Kenyan shillings, as well as a Good News Bible for 1,110 Kenyan shillings, and an Oxford Advanced Students Dictionary for 1,868 Kenyan shillings. He or she might also require more books when reporting. These are the list of some of these books. Kamusi Sanifu ya Kiswahili, Tuki, the 4th edition, 1,183 Kenyan shillings. A comprehensive primary school atlas for 2,599 Kenyan shillings. Yes, I know what you're thinking. This could just probably have you spend 2,600 Kenyan shillings. And then a scientific calculator. These requirements, some private schools might be keen on that. The 2nd edition, 1,799 Kenyan shillings, which might translate to 1,800. As well as a NEC 4-figure elementary mathematical table, which will have you spend 600 Kenyan shillings. So a total of all of this that you may be spending just for the stationery, as well as the books, if you're taking your child to a private school for junior secondary for grade 9, is this: 17,759 Kenyan shillings. Remember, this particular prize is an example of what we could share with you. Some schools will have probably a higher or a lower list of this. So this is a rough figure. But the school fees for private school in Kenya varies between 30,000 to all the way to 100,000, depending on the school. So let us break down what you may have to spend for your son, who will be joining grade 4 this month as well. So they probably just need the last laugh, which I had told you, including on for both public school as well as a private school. They may need those books, Mjio Matarajio, as well as which is about 300 shillings. So for these 3 books, you will be spending 1,230. Now this is the school fees I was talking about, 30,000 all the way to 100,000 Kenyan shillings. And here are some of the parents we spoke to.
Changamoto ni kuwa kwamba wazazi mpaka sasa kwa hali yao ya kifedha si nzuri. Lakini hivyo ninashukuru wanazidi kujitahidi. Na 844 kama vile inavyoendelea kwa sasa, wale wako kwa sasa, bado pia changamoto ziko. Wazazi pia fedha hawana kwa sasa, lakini nashukuru wanajikakamua na kununua vitabu. Mahali niko hapa sasa, wazazi ambao wanakuja kwa bookshop sana ni wazazi wa grade 9, ambapo wanajaribu kununua vitabu hapa na pale. Changamoto ni kuwa vitabu vinakuja leo, kesho wanaambiwa wabadilishe vingine, lakini tunashukuru kuwa kwamba serikali tayari wameanza kurelease vitabu.
Mimi ni mzazi, niko na mtoto form 2 na mwingine ameenda form 4. Kulingana na maisha, gharama ya masomo imekuwa juu sana, kwa sababu ni upande wa school fees. Nilipochukua mtoto wangu wa form 2, fee iko juu. First term nilipe 22,000 na mahitaji mengine bado yako. Rims wanaomba rims 2 kila muhula, na hiyo ni 2,000. Remedio iko wanaomba 2,000 kila muhula. Pia wanaitisha 1,000 ya mkate kwa shule yenye mtoto wangu wako. Kama mzazi nina struggle sana.
Mimi ni mzazi wa CPC. Kusema kweli, CPC imekuwa ni gharama kubwa sana, kwa sababu watoto wanatumwa vitu ambao sometimes wengine hatuna. Tunagharamika kutafuta, wanatumwa mayai, wanatumwa kuku, wanatumwa vitu mingi sana, na hatuna njia ya kupata hiyo vitu. Vitabu tunanunua, materials tunanunua. Tunaomba serikali tusaidie ipunguze vitu, sababu si watoto wa CPC tuko nao peke yao, tuko na watoto wengine shuleni.
Yes, most definitely. That is just a soundbite, some sound bites of what a section of parents are saying. So parents, guardians watching us this evening, what are your sentiments? How much are you spending on your learner? We had taken a look at for grades 9 as well as even getting into the 844 system. And speaking of the 844 system, another big question that I know you have is